mortgage rates jumped up. Why? Mortgage rates have creeped up a little bit here at the end of the week, and there's really not a lot of new economic data that drove that, so we'll dig into that a little bit. We also got some great progress at the renovation over in Brantford. We'll give you a few quick updates there. I'm Dave with the Bolduc Realty Group. Welcome to my weekly real estate market update. Today is February 9th. Let's talk about some key Connecticut market stats. We got 3,464 homes active on the market today. That's down 21 from last week. Over the last 24 hours, we added 236 new listings. And again, I look at Fridays because that's the busiest day of the week on average. And it's just a good indicator of what's going on. We had 2,300 closings in January, which is a weirdly even number. It's exactly 2,300. But that puts us at about 1.5 months of inventory. So still a very low inventory position. It is a relatively quiet week for economic news. Didn't stop mortgage rates from creeping up to just under 7%. I think the jobs report from last week was so strong that it's having a little bit of a carry-on effect. And then there were a couple other reports that came out very early in the week that were not as big as the jobs report and some of the other ones that had some strong economic news. And I think that's what's pushed the market up a little bit. Mortgage applications, though, were up 3.7% week over week. And that's following a week where they were down 7.2. And that's in spite of these higher interest rates. So we are still seeing demand out there. The next big report on February 13th is the CPI report. Obviously, we want to see that continuing to ease. We did have a revision come out for the December CPI report. The revision was downward. So that's a good thing. It gives us some indication that inflation is easing. The next big reports are the PPI and the housing starts on February 16th. Again, for PPI, we want to see inflation easing on the producer side. And then for the housing starts, we actually want to see more housing starts. I've been saying this all along. One of the primary drivers for this low inventory is a lack of construction of homes, especially in Connecticut, but around the country for the last 17 years. We're feeling the pain of that now. This is a headline from the Connecticut Insider that adds to the case that demand is still strong for homes in Connecticut. Homeownership in Connecticut increased for the 5th consecutive year. The U.S. Census Bureau is saying that homeownership is now at 68.9%. This is another trend putting pressure on supply. More people are moving into the state, and now more people that live in the state own houses. So there's a lot of pressure on supply. The key point in this article, in my opinion, is highlighted in green. And it says that these gains have come in the face of buyers sitting on the sideline because of higher rates and low supply. So what's that mean? That means that there's pent-up demand, something I've been saying all along. There's pent-up demand, and as interest rates drop, we are going to see increased demand, which is going to continue to push prices up. I think the future of real estate in Connecticut is very bright as the mortgage rates drop, which they're down 1% from the peaks, even with this little peak that we just saw, this little spike that we just saw, they're down. So as they continue to go down, more buyers are going to come into the market, demand is going to be stronger, and there's really not too much going on the supply side. So I think prices are going to continue to creep up. We had significant progress at the Brantford renovation. See, the guys are doing the tile in the bathroom. We got to get the tub done. The floors are in the kitchen, the bathroom, and downstairs. Been doing a lot of sanding and mudding, and we're going to be painting this week. For ongoing insights in the Connecticut real estate market, please like, subscribe, and follow me on social medias. Don't miss out on the weekly updates to keep you ahead of what's going on in the Connecticut real estate market. I'm Dave, your guide through the real estate maze with the Bolduc Realty Group. Have a great weekend.